Hey everybody, it's your brother Zen, and welcome to another timeless pick a card reading, where in this one, we're going to be asking, why is this happening to me? So we're going to pull from this beautiful Magic of You Oracle and see what options that we're going to have this time. So let's give these a little shuffle, and we'll see what Spirit has in store. So what are our options for this pick a card? Okay, there's one. That'll be option number one. I'll look at them in here in a sec. Let's get them all selected here first. Okay, that's option number two, right? There's one there. Looks like we're going to have four this time. So you'll have a choice between these four. And option number one is going to be Opulence. It's time to lead. Option number two is going to be Euphoria, honor yourself. Option three will be Buho, transform the way you see. And number four will be Solitude, alone but not lonely. All right, so I'll put timestamps for each of the readings in the description box of the video below. I'll start with number one, but if you want to jump to one of the other ones, you can select that and jump to the reading. Of course, you can choose as many of these as you want. Just follow Spirit and follow your heart, which ones you are attracted to, and there will be the messages for you. So we are going to go ahead and jump into number one right now. If you chose reading number one, which is the Opulence, card number 21, that says it's time to lead, then this is the message for you. And where are we gonna put this? We'll put this in the corner over here and work our way that way. So for this one, it says, there is great wisdom in going with life's flow and choosing battles, conflicts, and accepting change wisely and peacefully. There's also a time to assert your authority and trust your wisdom and leadership skills. People and situations are now looking to you for guidance. So wear your success and assets proudly. They are well earned. It's time to be a light so that others may follow. It says the girl of opulence wears the lavish golden crown of leadership. It emits a radiant glow and signifies spiritual enlightenment as well as earthly accomplishment. Being in an exalted position gives you the opportunity to be a wise leader and help others. Much like happiness is only real when shared, and being exalted only meaningful when it helps others. I love this for you, because what I'm really picking up from this, when you're asking, why is this happening to me? You chose to go through this before you came down here on purpose, for a purpose, of course. And your purpose is that what you go through and what you have gone through in your life is kind of going to be used as a survival guide for others. And so that by going through these things yourself, you are now able to help others go through it as well. So, it's this whole, you came here in service to the planet and to your brothers and sisters and everyone and every other being on the planet, to help create this survival guide for them, to help them get through all of this. So I love it. We're also going to pull a card here from the Magic of the Unicorns and see what they'd like to add into that. So what else for those that chose reading number one, please? Okay, they do want that one for you. And you've got the Ascension Flames, merge with light, ignite, keys, and codes. Card number 27. So beautiful card there. We're going to put that one right next to it. Let's see what message comes in here for you. An ascension flame is an etheric fire containing special keys and codes to accelerate your spiritual journey. There are many of them, and each has been created by great beings of light to help humanity now. For example, Kuan Yin, beings from Andromeda and Archangel Chamuel are some of those who have contributed to the pink ascension flame of love, which we just had here. We're just going to put the rose quartz here to represent that beautiful pink flame of love. And when this is placed over you, well, we'll put it over you then. So when this is placed over you, it ignites the highest forms of love within your energy fields. And here are some of the other flames that are waiting to light you up. The emerald flame of healing, the golden flame of Christ light, the pale green flame of nature, the royal blue flame of higher communication, the aquamarine flame of healing, which heals your soul with love, compassion, and peace, the pale yellow flame of all possibilities, which draws opportunities to you and gives you the wisdom to handle them with grace, and then the Serapis Bay's white ascension flame, which holds all the great knowledge of the golden age of Atlantis and can help you to access the talents you had at that time. Wow. So when this card shows up for you here, consider which of these ascension flames you need and then invoke it. When you've received its energy, you may wish to choose another one. So ask your unicorn to enhance the energy of the flames 100-fold. So I really like that. The affirmation for the card is I merge with, and then name the flame that you want to do that. But I love the overall message for that was that there's this time to help humanity grow. You have all the tools that are given to you for this as well. So as you're going through this, why is this happening to me? You can see that your bigger purpose and that you have all these tools that are also coming in for you. So we're also going to pull a card here from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And all the cards I use in a reading, by the way, I do list in the description box below. So if you want to procure them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 1, please? Okay. One more time. Here we go. Okay, that's the one right there. And you got the cat spirit. Claim your independence. Just like a kitty cat. So it's card number 13. We'll put that right here. And let's see what message this brings in for you. So when cat spirit meows, she's calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will also mirror back all of that to you in kind. And when you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you, the cat spirit rejoices. She's here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. And these come with a protection message too. And since we're in kind of a protection mode with, why is this happening to me? I'm going to read that too. It says, this may be the time you're facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take a risk? Too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit's saying, go for it, because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there's no reason to worry. Cat spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. And at this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even a temporary failure can lead to a spectacular success, so embrace the adventure. You are sure-footed and you can trust yourself. I love it. Beautiful. I'm just going to put that up there. And then we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams, and let's see what else they have to add here for you. But I love this empowerment and the self-awareness that is coming in here, really understanding the purpose that you have, and that it's so much more than what the human world has told you it is bringing you in this beautiful power. So let's take a look here and see what else do you have to add for those that chose reading number 1, please. Okay. No, that one too. All right, so let's scooch these out. Let's see what else they have to add here. Yeah, so you have the Queen of Wands, beautiful card. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And the Queen of Wands, such a great card to come out with all this because she is fiery. She's able to point her energy and her magic wand in a direction and make things happen. So there's this boldness. She doesn't feel like she's taking risks, like with this cat spirit, because she knows she has this wonderful connection to the spirit world. And whenever there's a decision to be made, she simply dials in the eye in the sky, which gives her the information that she needs about where to go and what to do and all of that. And so she doesn't have usually the protection on her card like the page, the knight, and the king. They usually have a salamander on theirs, which protects them from the heat of risk. But the queen usually has a black cat on hers instead of a lizard because of that connection that she has to the spirit world. So I really love how that's coming in here and so clear that you're not taking risk, that you are making this movement forward, and you have your magic wand and you're just making magic happen, right? And then you have, the Wheel of Fortune. So 10, endings and new beginnings are coming in. So you're about the situation, you're about to turn it around with your energy, and you're about to see things unfold for you rather than feel like something's happening to you. So you realize that it's activating you and that you're being rattled and shaken up because they want you to see how your life is not defined by all the stuff that's happening, the outside world, and by the supposed to and should and need to and have to and must that you were told is your dream, and you're finding your higher purpose and your worth within it. So it's rattling your cage on purpose. Yeah, and you have the 8 of Coins, 8 of Pentacles. You've been doing the work, you've been looking inward and doing everything that you need to, and this is about you moving up in the outside world. So coming right here after this Wheel of Fortune, which is churning things and turning things for you, you're actually ending up going in a direction upward and onward, and whether it is in relationship, in your outside situation, your spirituality, which makes sense here with the getting these new keys to higher codes and different gifts that will come in for you, and whatever else in the outside world you are moving up and beyond in the outside world. Perfect. And you have the Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups, all knights are on a quest, and the Knight of Cups is on a quest for the Holy Grail, the chalice, which is full of the unconditional love of the upper world, of the higher world. And so with all this connection, it's no wonder that you have this hunger inside, this thirst inside to drink from that cup, because you are so connected to the spirit world that you are used to tasting little droplets of it, and it just makes you want more and more of it, because you see that the cups of the outside world are not fulfilling in comparison to drinking that, right? So fulfilling emotion, this movement of emotion, and this pursuit of higher love, the heavenly love, unconditional love, is definitely coming through. And then you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords they actually have the Ace of Swords, which allows them to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are rooted in unconditional love, and it allows them to cut away the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that no longer serve. So another perfect card to come in here, because they actually not only rule over air, all the kings are given a second portion of air. So very much this understanding of your beliefs and thoughts around yourself and others in the world. So this understanding why it's happening to you and what it brings you here really helps you cut away this attachment to these fear-based emotions, that fear of losing conditional love in the world. And then we're going to also pull from the Light Seers Tarot and to see what else they'd like to add for your final messages. One more. All right, so what else? I feel like they do want those two. What else? Yep, none of those. Anything else? Oh. Okay, no, it's right there. So we'll start with this one right here. You do have the Seven of Cups. And this is like you making these emotional choices. You are really understanding your power and how you can come into the world and help people in choosing emotions. It's almost feel like part of your journey here, especially with what you're going through, is that you're able to help people see that they have a power of choice, that they don't have to only choose these, fear-based emotions, but that there's so much more in helping people understand how they can choose. Yeah, and here you go. So the Hierophant here, you are moving up the ladder. The Hierophant is like a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher, and I really feel, I'm going to put this over here because this is about you recognizing your leadership, and look all that pink too. So you're recognizing your leadership, you're recognizing how you can lead and in what ways, all this beautiful knowledge that you're gleaning through all of your experiences. Yeah, and you do have a lot of energy that's returning back into you here. So as you connect to your higher realm and you connect to these beautiful, beautiful energies and these beautiful tools that are being given you, you have so much energy that you're investing in your environment, in what you're going through. All that returns back to you as you recognize your power. So definitely a lot of energy returning to you. And you do have the Six of Cups, which is about, again, emotions. But this is the nostalgia card. This is the looking back over your past emotions. It's a general reading. Sometimes this can be people returning from the past to bring some reaffirmation or reaffirming of some things that you had learned. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is about you're using this power and this transformation to look back over, like, your 9 lives, right? It feels like you probably had 9 lives with everything that you've been through. You feel like you've reinvented yourself a lot like a cat, but the Six of Cups allows you to go back and look at those painful memories that you had, those things that felt so fearful, and you're bringing unconditional love into them and transforming them, understanding that people who said things and did things in your life were doing it out of fear and not out of unconditional love, obviously. And so you're realizing that they were like a cat when it gets scared. It doesn't tap you and go, can you put me down? I'm about to freak out. No, it fights or it runs, right, and hides. And so this is that awareness that those people that said things and did things were just literally out of their human mind and they were in their cat mind. And so they were just doing things to try to feel safe again and feel in control again, which is usually unloving and unintelligent things because our human has left the brain and there's a cat in charge. So it helps you understand and transform old memories about thinking about what a situation meant, your feelings towards other people, and especially towards yourself. Yeah, here's the King of Pentacles. And they do bring a wonderful solidity and grounding to your life throughout all these experiences. Because one of the big pieces of wisdom the King is about when you look outside of yourself for your stability, you definitely feel unstable. Because we're told to look into relationships, situations, and things to define us, but all those situations and people and things are all unstable. People change or they pass away, so relationships are unstable. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate. They're stolen, they catch on fire, they blow up. So those things are unstable, and he learned that to define himself in something stable, he was disappointed enough on the outside world that he turned inward and upward to find the unconditional love we talked about. And it's eternal and it is unconditional. Not one condition that it has for us to be able to lose it. So we can never lose it and it lasts forever. How stable that is. And so you have a lot of this stability that you're learning here. Part of this process is what you learn and what you share and help other people learn as well. Yeah, and here's the Page of Swords. So new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets are coming in, really reaffirming this message of this king where you are learning to let go of old ways of thinking and bringing in new. And your final card you have is the Magician. This is your higher self. This is you connecting, realizing this powerful being that you are here. And that you have everything you need within you to bring down that love through you as a conduit and out into the world. They very much are here for service. And it's divine masculine energy, which we all have. It's you taking action and doing movement. You have a lot of energy that's coming in. And this is you showing the world how powerful that they are because you are learning it or have learned it. And so you are sharing this with the world. So why is this happening to me? It's happening to you because you wanted to be able to experience it to help everyone else on their journey to create a survival help guide for them. So I love this message for you, for all of you that chose reading number 1. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also do weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking that subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there is an all option. If you select it, 2 things will happen. 1, you'll be notified as soon as new videos are available. And 2, you'll also be notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. I know currently I go like every night on YouTube and also on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. This is a timeless reading. So depending on when you come across it, could be different times, but I'd love to see and have you stop by. Also, doing those things I mentioned helps spread the love and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video or share it, comment on a video, or subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy it wants to automatically share these videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I currently offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this journey, please know every second of every moment of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing time. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 2, which is card number 9, and it's Euphoria, then this is the reading for you. And this is Honor Yourself. We'll put this down here. And let's see what message comes in here. So the white goddess with the feathered snake swan countenance represents the sacred fusion of air and earth, divine inspiration bonded with earthly tangibility. There's a sensual aspect to this card, like senses, right? It is now your duty to honor your physical self in an exalted way. Have you been abusing your body? Poor eating, excesses of toxic substances, and dragging yourself through workouts you don't enjoy? That is punishing, not celebrating yourself. Don't put anything in your body that is not worthy of your goddess status. And this is regardless if you're male or female or how you identify. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine. So don't put anything in your body that's not worthy of your goddess status. Quality over quantity is key at this time. Awaken to your sacred self. Be selective about who you allow in physical proximity to you. In matters of sex and sensuality, do not share your sacred self with someone who's not worthy of you or who does not treat you in an honorable and respectful way. The woman of Euphoria holds her hands gently and seductively over her heart as she considers the blessed magnificence of her reality. She is quiet and reflective. This is a deep, inner comprehension, not bound by society's laws and others' opinions. Inside, she is infinite, and her physical form is the gateway. I love that. So this is answering the question, why is this happening to me? It's because we are allowing the physical world to have more control over us than realizing your godlike or goddess-like status, your higher self, your spirituality. And so there's this advice here of spirit already off the bat of being aware of what you put into your body, both through your mouth, through your ears, like what you're hearing, what you're looking at, what you're touching, and what you're I already said, like what you're tasting. Just all of our senses. What are we surrounding ourselves with, right? And so it's like this awareness around your energy. Wherever you invest your energy is what is growing, and we're feeding all these other things, these fears and the chaos of the outside world we're letting close to us, where we're getting impacted by the storm instead of being like right in the center of the storm. Because if we get too close to the side, we get sucked up and doing somersaults and everything out in the world. So we'll take a look here and see what else Spirit wants to add in through these Magic of the Unicorns cards. And all the cards I use in a reading, by the way, I do list in the description box of the video below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right, one more time here. All right, so for those that chose reading number 2, what would you like them to know? Nope, none of those. Okay. None of those. And, okay, there it is, right there's the one that they want. And you've got 35, divine potential. Fulfill your destiny. Be all you can be. Card number 35. Look at that bright, bright card here. Yeah, and that makes total sense. Be your divine self, right? So there we have it. Let me just put these cards up over here out of the way. And let's see what message comes in here for you with this one. But so fitting, just with it mentioning the divine, because that's the self that we are neglecting. So it says, this is a card of destiny. So before you build a house, an architect draws up a blueprint of the best possible building that can be constructed in the space and conditions available. In exactly the same way, your higher self guides an overlighting archangel draw up a blueprint of the greatest potential for your incarnation. This blueprint is held by your guardian angel and deposited in your Earth Star chakra. And when you receive this card, you are advised to look carefully at your life It suggests there are gifts, talents, or aspects of yourself still to be explored or activated. Are you doing the best you can? Are you living a little life when your divine plan is to live a big one? Do you have hidden depths to plumb? Are there any areas of your life that you could develop? Do you have special qualities waiting to emerge? It's time to explore your hopes, your dreams, and your visions. What would you love to do in your life? What excites you? Your guidance is to expand your consciousness. The plan for your life may be bigger than you have realized. When a caterpillar feels the call, it builds a cocoon around itself and allows the divine energy within it to affect a transformation. In the same way, a metamorphosis is taking place within you now. So ask your unicorn to touch you with its horn, for it's time to emerge and spread your etheric wings. Prepare to fly, baby. All right, I love that. So definitely these cards are right in alignment with one another. We're also going to pull a card here from the spirit of the animal oracle. See what else they want to add for you here. But I love that. So definitely it's about getting in contact with your divinity and seeing more behind. And so why it's happening to you, whatever's happening in your life, is this wake-up call for you to see how unfulfilling your current path is. And like the caterpillar, you're being called now to this higher place, into this cocoon, to have this transformation. All right, so what else for those that chose reading number 2, please? All right, they do want that one right there. And you've got the ant spirit. It's time to collaborate. And that is card number numero uno, so card number 1. And let's take a look and see what message this brings for you. So when Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's time to celebrate the benefits of working in partnership with others as part of a community or a tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. The upper realm, right? Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline, like a meditation, to keep you on track as you build the life you desire, your destiny, right? Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, and it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message that Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. And these do come with a protection message, which, because we're asking, why is this happening to me? I do want to read as well to see what wisdom we can glean from it. It says, do you really believe that you have to do everything yourself? Do you believe that somehow any help you get will be disappointing or not good enough? Perhaps it's time to address your issues of control and bias toward the negative. It doesn't matter where or why you came to be pessimistic or mistrustful. The fact that Ant Spirit is showing up now is a sign that you have an opportunity to heal and to relearn to trust that others will show up for you in a genuine way. Ant Spirit wants you to remember that your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. Spirit wants to help you and will send collaborative partners your way. It's time to see the universe as conscious and connected, loving and helpful, but you must participate in this activity of co-creation. Creating reality is not just about dreaming. If you're feeling orphaned from community, reach out and communicate. If you feel vulnerable, know that being present in your vulnerability can help you draw in someone who wants to assist you. So trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. Then you will see the miracles waiting for you, including partners who appear ready to lend a hand. I love it. Partnering with Spirit especially. I mean, all this is about connecting to divinity, and this is about stepping into your path, right? We're also going to pull from these Tarot of Dreams, and let's see what other messages that they have for you regarding this as well. But this is beautiful, though. So it's happening to you to shake you awake to your higher dream, your higher purpose here. So what else for those that chose reading number 2, please? Okay. So they do want that one, and they do want that one. Okay. So they do want this one right here, too. All right. So these are the messages. Let me just scooch these up here. And we'll start with this one down here. So you have the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is all about new emotion, new higher connection too, because the page has this thirst that they are wanting to learn more about the chalice, the Holy Grail, which happens to be full of the unconditional love from above. So divinity, the unconditional love that we connect to here, that really helps you understand what you're thirsting for, and it allows you to feel this wholeness and this completeness as you pursue and hunger after this higher love, because the senses of the physical world are leaving you feeling lacking and not bringing you what you really truly want. And so this is your representation of you searching and thirsting after that higher love. And you have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is great too, because the Eight of Swords is about you realizing with the swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the Eight of Swords is about you realizing that it has been your own thoughts and your own beliefs, the small t truths that you have in the human world, of the fears of losing conditional love. And so you're realizing the things that have been making you feel like you've been restricted in a bubble, that you're ready to step outside of that with this co-creation, with this realizing that you're so much more than you've ever thought to believe. And as you connect to this higher realm with this love, you actually do get to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. Those are the things that allow you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs that you've been taught since you were very, very young. Yeah, and then you have the Four of Swords. So here is exactly what I was just saying, because you're sleeping on the Ace of Swords. The Three of Swords I call the expectations card. So it represents all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, those small t truths that are the fear of losing conditional love, that long list of rules. And here you are napping so peacefully because you have connected to that higher love. You've connected to those higher truths, the capital T truths. And so your mind becomes stable. Fours are like a big, huge table with four huge legs. It's a very solid foundation. And so these capital T truths are allowing you to feel this solidness as you connect to your divinity. And then you have the Queen of Wands. So, yep, you have the energy and the power. Wands are your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And so you are really connecting also to the higher realms and focusing your energy in a brand new way. Because she usually has a black cat on her card. And whereas the other suit, the other royalty in the suit, the pages, the knights, and the king have a salamander that protects them from the heat of the taking risks, but she doesn't feel like she takes risks because of that water energy that she also has in addition to ruling over fire. Allows her to connect higher to the higher realm, to her higher self, to the spirit realm. And so whenever she has a decision to make, or somewhere she needs to decide to go left or right, she just dials in the eye in the sky and asks, which way is for my highest experience? And they're like, take it right. And so she takes it right. And some people are like, oh my God, how can you make a decision so quickly? She trusts and has developed the intuition to where you can. So this is what I feel you're doing, and even taking to another level. And then you have the Three of Wands. So all of this new information is taking you off in a different direction. The Three of Wands is about, you had a passion before, you made plans, you made movement, but now with this new information, this new awareness, this new connection to your divinity, you're going into a different course. You're making an alteration to where you're investing your energy and where you're heading. So I like it. We're also going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot here and see what else they'd like to add in here for you. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 2, please? Okay, they do want those. And I do want that one and this one. All right. And the one from the bottom, they said. So we will do that. We'll keep that one over here. And let's take a look and see what these are. So you have the Judgment card, which is all about connecting to your higher self, realizing you are so much more than just the human. This is the character you're playing here. This is the actor behind the character. You're powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being who's made of unconditional love. So that's so perfect. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So you are, if you look at here, this is the Kabbalah Tree of Life, which does show you your higher self at the very top. And then at the very bottom is our human. This is the path, according to the Kabbalists, that's how you get from the heavens to the human. And so this Ten of Pentacles is showing you that you are getting this awareness into your outside world about your family tree, about what you've learned and carried on, the chains you're breaking, all this human experience that we were caught up in, that it helps us reroute and get back up to our higher selves as well. So I really feel like there's these changes, these endings, and these new beginnings in your outside world that are really connecting you to the knowledge of your spirituality and where you're wanting to head. Obviously, it's all here, right? Yeah, and the Three of Pentacles. This is about you living your authentic path in your authentic life. Here's you creating something wonderful, and then there's the other people that are in the card here for you. And, we have community here right next to this card. And I like that because it does tell you also to be aware of people pulling you off your authentic path. Because the other two people, Spirit showed me, one of the persons is like the dream buster or the, naysayer, that no matter what you do, they're going to find something that you could have done differently, or they'll be, why are you doing it that way? You're not going to be successful at that, blah, 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 right? So that person's very aware, very, we see that, right? We see their impact. But the other person is someone who supports us and who oh, wow, you're doing such a good job. I can't wait to see what you do with this. And I'm behind you 100%, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yes. And then they go, have you ever thought of doing it this way, though? And because our inner child loves the praise and doesn't want them to go into the punishment side to join those naysayers, we might alter our course to do what they want us to do rather than what our authentic path is. And so with this warning or this awareness that they're bringing around, when you deal with the community and with others, stay true to your authentic path, because you came here on purpose, for a purpose, to share this dream and this, like they were talking about, this divine purpose. We need you to be you and not try to duplicate and regurgitate and be someone else. So I love that. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, new things coming in. So definitely you are, with this new direction that you're changing here, you're starting this new awareness, this new opportunities and possibilities in the outside world because of it. So I really like that coming in. And then your final card is, the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new things coming in. So you are making these huge adjustments of where you have been, what you were focusing on with your senses, and this whole thing of why is this happening to me? It's waking you up to your higher self so you can get on path of what your true purpose is here, what makes your heart sing where you want to head, and it ends up beautiful. So this new adventure awaits, and I'm very excited for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick-a-card readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking that subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all. If you select that, two things happen. One, you'll be notified when new videos come out right away. And also you'll be notified when I go live on YouTube providing free readings. I know, right now I go every night of the week, and also Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. Of course, this is a timeless pick-a-card, so if you're coming across this later, that can change, but you'll also always be notified when I'm going live if you subscribe and hit that all button. Also, doing the things I mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share a video, comment on a video, or subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy it wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you are looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings currently, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful people, as you go throughout this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. It's card number 2, and it's Buho, and it says transform the way you see. So we'll take a look here and see what message comes in here. Why is this happening to you? It says, if you want to transform the world, start by transforming the way you see it. I love that. One of my favorite sayings, and I don't know who says it, but it's, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So I like that. It says, pay attention to positive and pleasing things. Do not be distracted by anything that makes you feel sad or hopeless. You observe with your heart and your eyes. Grow in wisdom as you witness the world shaping itself according to the way you see it. Know that wisdom evolves and is not static or fixed. It is time to not only look outside at the world, but also to look into yourself and comprehend the role you play in the events taking shape around you. So let what you observe transform you. Be uplifted by what you now know about even challenging facts and difficult truths. They are further opportunities for growth and transformation. The girl of Buho holds the owl, which is wisdom, and the butterfly, transformation, on her index fingers, which are power, as she gazes on her world curiously and confidently. Buho also means people are watching you and noticing your courage, good deeds, and personal transformation, and that these qualities will be rewarded. Buho appears when a reward, a bonus, or notification of approval is about to be received. I like that too. So, so why is this happening too? We are seeing the outside world as we are on the inside. And so this is being this projection, this mirror, this, reflection, like it said, of what we are on the inside. So I love this information that's coming. We, of course, will dig in deeper. Next, we'll look into the magic of the unicorns. Now, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box of the video below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 3, please? What else for the reading number 3? Okay, that's the one right there. Put this out of the way. And you have Open Your Heart, card number 9. Love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. Yeah. So this talked about that we see the world through our heart. And so if we have not opened our heart, then we're not seeing things clearly yet, right? So let's take a look here and see what this adds in here, though. There are 33 chambers in your heart chakra, all containing lessons of love. Your heart is open to the extent that you have mastered these. A warm and loving heart enfolds other people so that they feel safe and loved, and in return, they love you. As your heart opens and you feel free to share your feelings, you also allow yourself to be vulnerable, so people immediately trust you and feel close to you. This card reminds you to be generous and giving of yourself. Your guidance is to breathe into your heart and ask your unicorn to illuminate the center with its horn of diamond light. When it pours pure love into all the chambers of this chakra and lights them up, this dissolves any old hurts or blocks you may still have. Most important of all, appreciate yourself. Be kind to yourself. Feel your heart becoming warm and expansive. Your unicorn's reminding you that when you love and value yourself, any lower emotions dissolve in the glow of your inner worth. Then you become caring and compassionate towards humans and animals. You radiate unconditional love and acceptance towards all sentient beings, and they respond with kindness. You see the loving essence of others, and your path becomes happier. Well, so opening your heart is the greatest possible way to light up your journey, for an open heart attracts help and kindness, true friendships, and all the support you need from the human, animal, and angelic worlds. I love it. So it's basically saying as you open your heart and you fill it up with unconditional love, then you start seeing unconditional love in the outside world, right? So again, this is all about this. How do we see things? Are we seeing it through the eyes of the fears of losing conditional love of the human experience? Or are we connecting higher to the unconditional love that's from above? And then you're allowing this love to fill you up and flow out to the world, and you see the world through the eyes of love. Let's see what else we have here, too. We're going to look into the Spirit Animal Oracle. All right, so what else? For those that chose reading number 3, please. Okay, that's the one right there. And you have the koala, Spirit. Spirit has a plan. I like it. Love the koala. And that's card number 35. So put that down here. And let's see what comes in here. All right. And it says, in nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need and that Spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You're being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you'll be able to experience the manifestation of your desire. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment, all gifts that are yours now and in the future. So have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you and know that you are loved and cherished. I like that. So that does change our perspective when we have this faith and this trust that things are unfolding for us, right? It does change our perception. Now, these cards do have a protection message, and because we're asking, why is this happening to me? I've been reading that, and I do want to read this one as well. It says, are you feeling uneasy and mistrustful of the world? Have you been hiding in a safe spot, afraid to venture out because you're convinced that life and other people will disappoint you? Koala Spirit has appeared to let you know that your faith is misplaced. The present safety you seek is already passing away because all things are temporary and outer conditions are always changing. Find your safety by placing your faith and trust in Spirit, who will grow the abundance that is already yours. Perhaps you are acting slowly and overly cautiously because you lack faith that there is more for you out there than what you know. You may have boxed yourself into a safe place that has nothing else to give you and have become so familiar with it that you've forgotten to explore. Are you feeling pessimistic and convinced that there is nothing more out there for you? Koala Spirit reminds you that self-care is meant to replenish you so that you can venture out again in faith, trusting that there is no limit to the joy Spirit wants you to experience. Be good to yourself and reconnect with Spirit to reclaim your faith in things yet unseen. Yeah, so this is, again, all this trust that's really coming in here, right? Spirit has a plan, and we trust that it is for our highest experience, right? Life unfolds for us. Things are not happening to us. That, the universe is kind. It has everything unfolding, not as punishment, not as tricking us or whatever, but that they're doing it out of unconditional love that they have. All right, well, let's take a look here and see what else they want. We're going to pull from the Tarot of Dreams and see what Spirit would like to add. All right, so what else? What else would you like us to know, please? All right. They did want this one right to there. Okay. Just scooch these over, and we will start with this one over here. And you've got the Nine of Cups. Look at that. Wish fulfillment card coming in here. And so that is beautiful with what we're talking about, with this, how do we see things? Do we feel with our worth? Do we feel that we are worthy of wishes coming true? Do we believe it? Is that the way we see the world, or do we see the world as a dream taker, a dream buster, that we don't deserve it, right? And so as you change this perspective, as you change these things, you start to see life as more of this wishes can come true. These things can come true, like it talked about. So I like that. Yeah, and here you have the Wheel of Fortune. Endings and new beginnings, things unfolding in your favor. Again, fated events, that everything has been designed for us, not to happen to us, and that we have all these fated events that our higher self did want us to come through and experience, but within each one, we still have the power to choose what it means what story we're going to apply to it, and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. So there's this wonderful changing of things, this planning of things. You know, when you realize Spirit has a plan, which these cards are very similar, that we start to see life is not as this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. We realize that things unfold very precisely and specifically for us. And we move from a place of feeling like a victim of life to where we feel like very empowered and that life is happening for us. So I love how this comes together. And then you have the Emperor card coming in here. Very solid number, 4s, and it's the Major Arcana, which shows you really are taking a different view of your life, that you are in the throne, the seat of the throne, instead of that someone's telling you who you should be and are supposed to be, need to be, you know, like telling you have to go and work in the stalls of the kennel, where you have to, you know, pick up all the animal dung and clean them after them all. And you're like, what? When you're actually the emperor of your kingdom. And so you're learning to take on this royalty. You're learning to take on this space and see life from a different perspective. There's also this duality that comes in with the emperor message, that when you're a loving emperor, you are loved, because a loving emperor is sharing their, you know, the royal treasures and everything with their kingdom, because they know when their kingdom is happy, that the world, they can impact it so much more, right? But every emperor also has one of our little child selves in it that we all have, that when they feel unsafe and out of control, they no longer are acting in a loving way because they are out of their minds. When our little human child self goes into fight or flight mode from fear, the blood rushes from our brain to our arms and our legs to fight like crazy or run like crazy. And so we literally do go out of our minds, and we're acting more like the example lately the Spirit's been given is like a cat. When it gets scared, it doesn't tap you and say, hey, put me down, I'm about to freak out. It just hisses and fights and runs and hides, or both. And that's what happens. The emperor, this loving emperor, when it goes into that fight or flight mode, it wants to feel in control. It wants to feel safe again. So it's going to do things that are not intelligent and not loving. It's reacting like an animal, like a cat. The human has left and the cat brain is there. And so it's going to turn into a tyrant. It's going to turn into a dictator instead of a loving emperor. So this is what happens with our focus and our energy. That's how we see the world differently, is we start coming from a place of love than a place of survival instinct instead. So I like that. And then you have the 8 of Coins. And this is about moving up in the outside world. You've done the work, you've done the investment into yourself, you're understanding things. When you start to see things from a different perspective, your outside world also changes, as we were talking about. So you're ready for this movement up in the outside world, whether it's relationships or situations or things. Things are going to start changing in your outside world for your benefit, obviously, because you have the Wheel of Fortune there. Yeah, and you have the Page of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So the Page of Swords is about new thought, new belief, even new communication. But I feel it's more mental movement that's happened in your life that is changing things, changing your perception and how you're seeing things as well. And then your final cards we're going to pull from the Light Seers deck and see what your final messages from Spirit are around this. Why is this happening to you? So I like that this is igniting change here for you, and that you're able to see things from a different perspective. Okay. So is 3 there anymore? Okay. Okay. So it makes sense. This card coming out, excuse me, is the Justice card, which is, here's the Ace of Swords that you have here that the page is searching after. So you are achieving this balance between connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, or allowing you to cut away the small T truths that you are no longer, needing, that are no longer serving a purpose for you, because they gave you the experiences you want, and now you are changing and balancing this perspective, seeing things differently. 11, you add 1 + 1 = 2, which is your number here. So you are learning to look at things in a different way. Yeah, and you have the 6 of Cups, which makes sense. This is you looking at memories and being able to look at them in a different way as well. Because when you realize every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, right? One side of the scale or another. You have the, small T truths that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, and then capital T truths that are rooted in the unconditional love up above. Well, every moment is like that too. And when you realize here that you have a painful memory and you go back to it, then you're able to transform it, because you realize in that moment someone was in their cat mind and they were acting out of their mind. And so the things they were saying, the things that they were doing were not them. It was this cat. And if a cat does things, do you really take it personally? And we learn not to take it so personally that that person was out of their minds. And we realize, oh, I was also acting like a cat out of my mind. And so you start looking at the situation differently. You start looking at them differently. And you start looking at yourself differently because of this. So this transformation in how you see things does change. And you move into the 3 of Pentacles, which is about you're learning to live life by your authentic path and with your authentic self. So, this is this realization and this awareness Spirit brings, that we can be easily swayed and taken off our path by other people. The other 2 people in here, one of them is you creating a beautiful work of art, and the other 2 are 2 different sides of influence of outside people, right? One is the obvious one, which is the naysayer, the dream buster, the one that's always complaining about everything you're doing. Will find something wrong with it. Why you did it that way? You're never going to be any good at that. That's not going to be successful. Why don't you do something more reasonable? Something that'll make you more money. Oh, blah, 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 right? You're like, psh, let's get rid of that. Well, the other one is the one that actually might have more power off of taking us out of our authentic path, because they are the supporter, the praiser, the one that our little inner child, with that Emperor, loves the support. It wants that. It doesn't want them to go and turn into the naysayer or the punisher, right? And so we're so proud of you. I can't believe what you're going to be able to achieve is going to be so awesome. But have you ever thought of doing it this way? And when they make that recommendation, we kind of feel swayed out of fear. We don't want to lose their, support. So we might go off our path. And so this is this kind of awareness of not to do that, to stick true to your authentic path, this plan, really connect to it and understand what it is, how you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world, and let that be your authentic path. Don't be swayed. Then your final card is the Emperor again. So you got the Emperor twice. So definitely this is about you realizing and finding this stability and taking over the energy of your life and not letting other people tell you what you're supposed to see, how you're supposed to see it, how you're supposed to live, all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. This Emperor can mean a lot. It's the awareness there's a lot of rules in society, because when you have a large group of people close to each other, the human wants to have things be organized where everyone can get along with each other and not battle, and to be able to be in close proximity. There's laws, right? But this is showing us that those are for the human, and that all of these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos are suppressive and will make you go off of your path. So it's about you really taking ownership that you get to decide what you want for your life, how it's supposed to be, should be, need to be. You get to decide all of that. So I love this beautiful energy and this power that's coming in here with you, because it teaches you that you have whatever comes your way, you get to choose what story you apply to it. The swords are all popping up here. And you also get to choose what emotion that you want to feel as you go through it. and there's power in that. So love, love, love this message for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick-a-cards, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there is an all option. If you select it, then two things happen. One, you'll be notified when new videos come out. And two, you'll also be notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. I know, right now I go every single night of the week, and also on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. Now, those times can change in the future, so I won't mention those in this timeless pick-a-card reading, but if you subscribe, you'll get notified when I do go live. And so I'd love to see you stop by. Also, doing all those things I mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm super giddy, excited, happy that it wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I currently offer personal readings. All that information is also listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this experience, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 4, which is the card number 31 and Solitude, then this is the reading for you. And that, of course, says alone, but not lonely. So we'll put that there and let's see what message comes in here for that. So it says introspection is the key now. Take time away from others. The answers are within you. Explore the concepts of self-nurture, self-value, and self-truth. Are you treating yourself gently, or are you rough and impatient with yourself? Solitude isn't loneliness. It's an opportunity to pause and allow the entire serene universe to wrap its arms around you. Wow. It's when you have the space to be hugged by life. The butterfly kisses the maiden's shoulder, a tender reminder that after a period of darkness, a cocooning of the senses, a glorious winged creature emerges from the chrysalis and is free to explore and delight in herself and others. A new leaf shoots from her thumb. In yoga, the thumb represents fire and universal consciousness. From periods of quiet solitude, fresh inspiration and motivation can emerge. Wow. So why is this happening to me? This is to turn you inward, to find your truth and to find these awarenesses, to find this inspiration, to find your fire, to find who you really are, and to emerge as a beautiful butterfly. So I really love that. We, of course, will pull for more cards, and we're going to pull from the Magic of the Unicorns deck. And by the way, any of the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box of the video below. So let's take a look here. That way, if you want to see any of these that you really, really like, you, of course, can purchase those and get those for yourself. So let's take a look here. What else would you like those that chose reading number 4 to know, please? Okay, they do want that one right there. You've got the Cosmic Sapphire. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. Look at that beautiful card. And Master number 33 as well. So beautiful colors here. And we'll see what message comes with this one. So this card brings a message of personal empowerment and calls on you to decide what is right for you. Be true to yourself, no matter what. And Archangel Michael and your unicorn will merge their energy to illuminate you. So it talked about illumination in here too, right? While physical sapphires are powerful, cosmic ones, hold Archangel Michael's light at an even higher frequency. So let me say that again. While physical sapphires are powerful, cosmic ones hold Archangel Michael's light at an even higher frequency. They are the palest, translucent white blue and carry the light of higher communication, power, and integrity combined with wisdom, knowledge, and the ability to take action. Wow. They also radiate source love. Source, capital S, source. So Archangel Michael is in charge of the development of the throat chakra of humanity. So when you visualize a cosmic sapphire in your throat, it expands and illuminates this sensitive spiritual center. Its facets cut away old fears and patterns and allow the highest qualities of your communication center to blossom. The ultimate lesson of this chakra are trust in God and trust in yourself. And I love that this is the color of the throat chakra. So definitely this correlation. A cosmic sapphire brings you into alignment with your God self. So choose something you wish to say, do, or accomplish. Then invoke a cosmic sapphire and sit or stand within it, knowing that it brings you total protection, courage, and the strength to speak your truth. Say what you need to say. Do what you need to do. Truth and integrity have such a high resonance that others will feel your honesty and respond accordingly. You will also have the courage and power to protect those who are vulnerable. Beautiful. So definitely the truth and the, finding your truth, finding what you're wanting to let go, and sharing that. I mean, definitely these both are supporting that. And then we are also going to pull from the spirit of the animal oracle and see what else they'd like to add. All right. So what else? Check those that chose reading number 4 to know. Okay, they do want that one right there. And you've got the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. So definitely here, I feel like this is a time that you've been in this cocoon and things are getting ready to move very fast. It's like you wait a whole season as that cocoon just sits there and sits there and sits there, and then suddenly there's movement and suddenly a butterfly emerges. So I like that. So when antelope spirit rushes into your life, you're being reminded of the quickening of your personal evolution as a powerful co-creator. Here we go, personal evolution. You're being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving, set your intentions, and take action toward making your dreams real. There's an intensity you can feel, and it is important to take advantage of this energy. If you have a plan for your career or financial abundance, now is the time to step it up. If you're asking about a relationship, make the first move. Just know that the intentions you have set in motion are coming together now at warp speed, so stay alert and keep up. Things are getting interesting when Antelope Spirit calls you to move quickly. Yeah. So I feel like this is what you've been really working on in this. Why has this been happening to me? You've been learning a lot about your own truths and really turning into yourself and sharing and communicating your truths and this transformation. And now there's this movement that's happening. These cards do come with a protection message, and since we're asking, why is this happening to me? We do want to look into this and read it as well. So it says, do you feel how fast the world is changing? Like everything is moving at warp speed? It's hard to control desired outcomes or set fixed goals because by the time you get there, you will actually have moved beyond it. Now's the time to let go and enjoy the exhilarating ride as intentions you have set in motion in the past are coming into form with lightning speed. Your job is to stay the course even if the pace feels dizzying. You may find you will change your mind a half dozen times or more as you improve your offerings, and that's just fine. Make peace with the pace, for if you ride this quickening energy, you will solve challenges quickly and effortlessly instead of being bogged down. The best way to use this energy is to let go of worry and stay mindfully present as you continue to take action. Also, if something's not going to be in your best interests, no matter how badly you want it, Antelope will quickly remove it so you can move toward what is truly meant for you. If something's taken away, be grateful and keep moving. This is not the time to sit still, but to breathe deeply as you move forward with velocity. Yeah. So you have been having this aloneness and been doing this inner reflection and this inner transformation like that caterpillar. And some of the caterpillar, it turns into caterpillar juice. So some things do fall away, some things are removed, but it's to make room for those beautiful butterfly wings and allow you to go places you normally wouldn't be able to go without them. So I love it. And next we're going to look at talking about dreams. We're going to look at the tarot of dreams and see what more they would like you to know. All right. So for those that chose reading number 4, what else would you like them to know, please? Okay. Okay. Nope, they didn't want those. They're like, no, put those back. And I'm like, all right, we will listen. And then they want this one right here. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. Yep, so that's the giving and the removing, right? Okay, so you got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, what a great card to have. It's fire, it's passion, it's inspiration. She's able to super focus her wand and get things done because she has this confidence and this ability. She also has a connection with the higher realm because in addition to ruling over fire, she also rules over water. She's given a portion of water. So water is emotions, and that allows her to connect to the higher realms. They sometimes they'll have a black cat on the card, which does represent her ability to trust her intuition and her gut. And when she has doubt, when she doesn't know which way to go, she just dials up her intuition, talks to the eye in the sky, and asks them which way is for my highest experience, and they tell her which way to go. And so she's able to make movement and change and move fast in directions because of that trust and because of that intuition. And you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is being in an emotional stability, and it is this usually they'll have people who are bored with the 3 cups that are in front of them, which are the 3 cups of the outside world, showing that there's not much emotional fulfillment that they find in the outside, and that's what turns them inward, like here, to this Ace of Cups at the top, which is the Holy Grail, the chalice, which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. And so there is this draw to this higher love, this draw of boredom of the outside world into the inward and upward with that as well. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. I swear, I think this Wheel of Fortune may have come out in almost every reading. I know at least 3. I'm not sure if it came out in one of them, but it's beautiful because this is about changing of your fate. The 10 is endings and new beginnings, and the wheel turns to bring fortune, to bring fullness, to bring wholeness. The changes are for you. So definitely with all this coming in here, it is showing you that the world is changing in front of you because of this energy. And I love the colors of these are the same too here. So you are in that cocoon. Things are about to change. Things are about to open up for you. If you haven't already, you're busting out of the cocoon. And it's important for you to bust out of your cocoon and not have someone cut you out. Because if you ever hear any of the stories where someone has a cocoon and the butterfly was struggling and they open it up to let it out, well, it's the struggling and leaving the cocoon that builds up its wing muscles to allow it to fly. And if you cut it out, it will never be able to fly. It won't ever be strong enough. And so that's why you have this struggle. Why is this happening to me? To build your wing muscles, to allow you to go inward for this experience and arise and come out of it as this beautiful new being where you can go. Another four, you have the Four of Pentacles. So stability in your outside world. So stability in your emotions, stability in your outside world, as well as your worth as you relate it to the outside world. Because a big thing that the Four of Coins learns is that when it defined itself by the outside world, by relationships, situations, and things, it found that its worth was unstable because each of those things are unstable. You know, relationships, people die or they pass away. People change. Of course, they die and pass away. But people change too, right? And then situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. And so all that ends up turning us inward again to where we look inward and upward to find our worth based on this unconditional love, something that is very solid, right? It's eternal and it has no conditions. Nothing you can do to lose it, and it's never ending. That's a very solid foundation. So this time in the cocoon, this time of inwardness, has allowed you to see that and grasp that. And then you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about you looking, you know, when you're in this cocoon looking back over old emotions and old situations, you realize that you're able to transform, like you're transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You can also transform old emotions from those of conditional love, the fears of losing conditional love, to unconditional love, because you realize when you reflect back on what happened in your life that if it wasn't of unconditional love, it was a fear. And when it's a fear, our human goes into this fight or flight mode, and we act out of our minds because we're in survival mode. We go into cat mode, which hisses and fights or takes off from ends and hides. And our human side is gone. That animal is what's running the show, which doesn't really turn out very well, right? Because it's not thinking clearly, it's not thinking lovingly thoughts. It's just trying to get back in control and feel safe again. And so as we go back and look at these emotions in these situations, we see that, okay, that situation was not really about me. They were out of their minds. So their actions and their words were from a cat, not from a human. And how important do you take a cat's actions to define you, right? So you realize start looking at that person differently, the situation differently, and definitely yourself differently, which brings in this stability and allows you this transformation. So I love it. And then your final cards we are going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot and just see what their final messages are here for you. I'll do it one more time here. All right. So what else do you have for those that chose reading number 4, please? Okay, that's funny. So you got the Six of Cups again. They want that one and that one and that one. Okay. So we're actually going to put this one over here with these other Six of Cups. So they're definitely showing that the transformation that is happening has so much to do with looking over the past and what things meant to you, what you think they meant about you. And in that, it actually helps you evaluate and process future emotions and future events differently, because you realize when you've gone back and you are rechanging some of the old emotions and transforming them into something different, something so fearful into something full of unconditional love, and seeing it from a different perspective, you start to do that with all your future emotions as well, right? So you're learning that. And another six of Pentacles. And part of that is this reflecting back into why you feel the need to overgive in relationships. Because when you go back and look at your memories, you might have some codependency kind of tendencies where you feel you have to overgive. You have to give 1,000 of something to receive 1 back. And that goes back to your childhood and how you had to do extreme things to get attention from people in authority, whether it's your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, coaches, teachers, whatever it might have been, whatever you felt like you had to give, to receive a little back, you carried that into adulthood, into relationships. And that looks like you give and you give and you give until you're exhausted, and you give and you give and you give till you're resentful, right? And because you feel you have to be the one giving, you won't allow the other person to give a whole lot to you. So they end up investing their giving into other things like a job and becoming a workaholic, their bodies, and they go to the gym all the time, or spending time on a hobby or their friends, or affairs if it's a romantic relationship. And so you're realizing these patterns as you're in this place here, this why is this happening to me cocoon, and you're realizing these things and you're transforming them and releasing them, finding your worth from within to where you can learn to receive, and you have this equal giving and receiving relationship instead of like an adult to child relationship. So I love this unfolding for you. Yeah, and you definitely have the death and the rebirth happening here, right? So ending of all ways of looking at things and the bringing in of the new, which is all the cocoon experience. So that makes sense. And yeah, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment coming in here, emotional wish fulfillment. You're rising from the cocoon as a beautiful butterfly, really realizing what you're able to do, what you're able to, share with the world, and that nothing can hold you back except your own self, right? So you have all this beautiful energy and stability and reflection, and you come out of just a beautiful, huge winged butterfly that's able to flutter and go places it never could have gone before, because the caterpillar, when it would crawl, would reach a stream and it can't go over there or it would die and drown. And so now it's able just to flutter right over the stream and go distances and places like you never would allow yourself to go before. So I love this message for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these pick a card readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. If you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking that subscribe button, you get access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there is an option for all. If you select it, 2 things happen. 1, you'll get notified when new videos come out. And 2, you'll get notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know, right now I go every single night, also Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. So, of course, these are timeless and that can change. But if you subscribe and select that all, you'll be notified when I do go live to provide readings. So love to see you. Come by and say hi. Also, doing those things does make my YouTube channel grow, and it also helps spread the Zen love out to the world, because when you like or share a video, comment on a video, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you are looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful people, as you go through this experience, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.